Here are our microphones.
Trying to figure out where the Hindi was coming from. I didn't think it was Harry Nielsen behind the stumps, speaking a bit of Hindi.
Now our microphones are just off the field slightly, just that long on.
अरे आज पर 8 हो दिया 10 हो दिया खाली सही में आज पर 11 बजे टाइम से मतलब 11 बजे टाइम है
There's a sweat, there's an appeal.
up out
It's been given.
हनुमा विहारी
Christian line is Vihari looking to sweep. And he's been given out. So another breakthrough. We were talking about not converting their starts into big.
रिव्यू तो है नोट आउट हुई ला शायद तो पांचरे साइड पे लगे ना
Goals. And Hanuman Vihari has to depart. It looked like it did pitch it right, and it was going on.
Yeah, really good delivery there by Darcy Shaw.
नोट आउट
You can see that it probably
देखो राइट लगे
दे यूं से और मैं क्या करना जो
प्रैक्टिस में
और मैं नहीं वेर मैं जो
pitched on around off stump. Vihari going across his stump, trying to get it behind square. Jared, upboot, the sides. Yep, that's close enough. And again, the break that the Indian batsmen have had has brought about their downfall as Vihari departs and India lose their 5th wicket for 285.
Yeah, been really disappointed after that, but how often does it happen, especially in modern day cricket in test matches when we have a break or leading up to an interval where the batsman loses? Their concentration, exactly what's happened to Vihari. He's gone, trying to attempt to sweep it. Can play a lot of sweeps in his throughout his knock if he prefers to. Go down the wicket and use his feet, but he's back in the change room, which brings out Rohit Sharma. Great opportunity for him, as it said. Beautiful conditions to bat in now. Ball's old, just coming off with Rahane and Vihari putting on 81. So two of the Mumbai boys are out in the middle. Might see some different, might not hear Hindi, might hear Marathi on the stumps mics. These two start getting chatty, especially close to the stumps, but a great opportunity for Rohit Sharma. He's such a superb first white ball cricketer. It's going to be spin from both ends. It's going to be like Karan He's getting a bowl from the Randwick end of the ground.
Yeah, really excited to see the off spinner come in and get an opportunity. I thought that we might have seen him a little bit earlier in the contest. It's in the 73rd over that he gets his chance. He'll be bowling to Rahane. Rohit Sharma obviously now gets an opportunity to potentially just say to the Indian selectors, yeah, don't forget about me. Still score runs anywhere you want me to bat.
That's such a wonderful one-day record and T20 record. We saw him, I think it was a 10-ball knock, but he hit a couple of big sixes.
It's driven nicely. Just that deep point fielder. They'll come back for two as well, putting a bit of pressure on the youngsters, and they get that comfortably. Rahane was up for it. Rohit Sharma, who just walked out, his feet weren't necessarily moving as quickly as he would have liked, but the ball was never going to his end.
Much Rohit Sharma on this tour of Australia, of course. Could be a bit of of a swim or sink series for him, especially in red ball cricket. I mean, he's played 25 test matches, but hasn't really lifted his game to what many would have expected, given what he does in white ball.
Where has he batted in those times when he's played test cricket?
Oh, predominantly down at number 6 and number 5. Last time he actually played a test match at the SCG, he was promoted to number 3. Majority of times playing Ranji Trophy for Mumbai. He's batted around number 4 or number 5. Those two have grown up. Rohit Sharma at the age of 31 and Jinkar Rahane 30. Played a lot of junior cricket for Mumbai right from the under 14s level, so they know each other's game. They've scored some, put on I think a partnership of 350 odd during a domestic tournament when they were about 20 years of age as well. So looking to get set. So that's probably the spot. I mean, just given the Indian batting lineup today, I expect it to be pretty much as it is. I mean, a bit of a tussle between Hanuma Vihari and Rohit Sharma for that number 6 spot, unless they opt to play the all-rounders and play Rishabh Pant at 6 and maybe Jadeja, who can certainly bat, and Ravi Ashwin we know can hang around as well. So,
well, India prefer at the moment Ravindra Jadeja just batting in front of Ravichandran Ashwin. It seems to be the way, that was the way in the previous test matches, in the last 2 test matches that India played against the West Indies. So it's interesting potentially how they're going to use those all-rounders as Darcy Shorts to continue to Rahane.
Yeah, of course, Hardik Pandya, who's the seam bowling all-rounder, not on toys. Some issues with his back. He's just doing a bit of training again back in Mumbai. I understand he might be playing over in New Zealand next month along with the India A team.
This time dancing down the wickets, they'll come through for a quick single. So Rahane still trying to get his innings going in the right direction. Just 40 now off 89 deliveries. It's been the slowest out of the Indian batsmen that we've seen so far today.
He's just struggling for his touch, and that's just the type of player Jinkar Rahane is. Sometimes he's able to fight it out, and then you see him accumulate a score of 60 and 70. He was almost India's overseas specialist. So Rohit Sharma watches that one through to the keeper. He had a phenomenal record when he came across to Australia last year. Before that, he scored one of the best hundreds you ever see at Lord's. And on a green deck on the first day, he scored a brilliant 96 on his first tour to South Africa as well. He's got a first test 100 as that one short, and Sharma has quite put it away to the fence, but you can get a single. But he scored 114. His first test century was in Wellington. So he was almost known as India's overseas specialist, had an average of around over 50. And then he had a few issues playing actually in home conditions, which dropped earlier this year in the series against South Africa. And a few people really upset, and that's a nice looking shot. Come back for easy soup. Missed out at the first 2 tests in South Africa, and people were asking questions about the selectors and why Rahane, who's got a sublime record on these seaming and bouncing conditions, was left out for Rohit Sharma. He came back into the team for the last test match in Johannesburg and scored a gritty 48 when it was one of the most difficult pitches against a full toss. He can't beat a mid-wicket, but scored an important 48, and India won that test match. And then he looked good in England, but wasn't able to actually score 100. He scored an 81 at Trent Bridge, difficult conditions. And the important thing was he looked technically very good, and just not able to capitalise. So it must be something in the mindset.
Yeah, it might be. It's always difficult playing in different conditions. As it's the end of the 74th over, it's 5 for 292. You play different oppositions, different conditions, different sets of bowlers, and sometimes get used to certain conditions. You adapt to those very well. And quality players know how to play all around the world. As Rohit Sharma's just facing his initial deliveries, but able to find the middle of the bat, cause a little bit of pain to Darcy Short and that cover region. Slip in play, and the good thing that I've seen as a half shout is that the deep cover fielder has just come up to stop that single. So just putting some pressure on the new batter, which is what you always like to see. You don't want to allow them to get some easy singles.
Sharma opens the batting of full course in one-day cricket and T20 cricket.
I guess that's why I asked, where does he bat predominantly for Mumbai?
Yeah, it's actually been a long time since he's actually played a domestic game, a 4-day game for Mumbai. He was playing in the one-day tournament, the Vijay Hazare Trophy, about a month ago, while the West Indies Test Series was on. But I understand the last time he played a 4-day game was actually over in a 4-day game or a Test match was in South Africa in January.
Because sometimes from a domestic point of view, depending on where those players bat in that batting order, it kind of gives you an indication where their preference is. Obviously, given the opportunity to represent your country, you're happy to play any role they want you in. You want to be playing for your country in Test match cricket. As this is driven nicely through the cover region by Rohit Sharma. He manages to find a boundary within the first 10 deliveries.
He's one of the most beautiful batsmen to watch around in world cricket. We probably didn't see the best of him during the T20 series, but there's just so much elegance about Rohit Sharma. Said going up in Mumbai, and it was actually Rohit Sharma that caught the attention of a lot of the people, rather than Ajinkya Rahane. Rohit played a lot of one-day cricket. He played for India and back in all the way in 2007, while Rahane took time and made his Test debut, played his first T20 in 2011.
Darcy Short to continue. So Rahane is a little bit quicker in the air, probably the quickest out of all of the spinners so far at CA11.
Hopefully for the Australian crowds and the Indian fans in India, Rohit Sharma can produce the goods during the Test matches, because he is pleasing on the eye, just how sweetly he can time a cricket ball.
This time Rahane was beaten a little bit quicker by Darcy Short. He certainly wasn't at the pitch of the delivery, but one thing that the curators have done really well is produce a great pitch given the conditions that build up. And obviously yesterday, true bounce allows us to get away with a single.
Yeah, so him coming down the wicket there. As we mentioned earlier, Darcy Short and Ajinkya Rahane, IPL teammates for Rajasthan Royals. So
he's the captain of the side, so he would have had plenty of conversations with Darcy Short. Obviously took his batting position as an opener, and that's why Rahane had to kind of probably drop down the order because of the explosion that Short has as he just moves mid-on back slightly, probably 5 or 6 steps. This one's played comfortably off the back foot, and they'll jog through for 2. So again, Rohit Sharma, like all Indian batsmen apart from probably KL Rahul, looking comfortable out in the middle.
Yeah, moved on to 7. It was interesting, even at the Gabba, just before the T20 started, he seemed so focused about his preparations even for the Test series, because he actually was practicing against the red ball, despite pushed out towards deep point for a single again. But a lot of his preparation work was around red ball, even the day before the T20. He wanted the batting coach. It was an optional training session, and surprise, he was there, and of course, who else but Virat Kohli was there as well. And in that optional session, he wanted to just start thinking about the Test matches that are going to follow next week. nice. I think averages 39 in Test match cricket. So, well, close to around 50 in the one-day format. So it's difficult to find how we have so many good players who, in white ball cricket, but just cannot really take their chance in that red ball arena.
Yeah, the red ball moves around a lot more.
It's true.
So, different conditions as well. Normally the pitch is a little bit more in it. For the bowlers, so not necessarily a flat batting track. Glad to see that there's been a number of crowd that have been able to come in to the SCG because it's very often, it's not very often that we get tour matches here at the Sydney Cricket Ground. Even from a Shield cricket point of view, it's not many matches now being played at the Sydney Cricket Ground. They're being played elsewhere.
It's just a terrific place to play cricket. So much history. The batters and the bowlers have played at this ground for over the last 100 years, and the members stand and the ladies stand. Just fantastic. You played a few WBBL matches here, Lisa?
Yeah, played a lot of games here for New South Wales Breakers, obviously before that with the Australian team, and then obviously when I came out of retirement for the Sydney Sixers. So certainly the SCG is my favourite ground around the world.
आता वीडियो चालतो इसमें बंद नहीं वेला नहीं के बंद करे भेजा
अरे लेट में फोन आ गया रोज की मसवाने का दुकान जाना ना
ऑटो बंद करना पड़ेगा इसमें
बंद